Okay, so this time we focus on intrusion detection and prevention system and other security protocols. A while ago, we discussed about firewalls and virtual private networks. That this will be the two key security technologies that play important roles in securing networks and preserving the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of information asset. Virtual private networks are considered to be the most important security technology, and the availability of information asset is ensured by both of these technological advancement. So through the use of firewall, now, which can function as a barrier between internal network, a reliable internal network is isolated from unreliable external network, such as internet. Now, of course, we need to accept the fact that firewalls are responsible for a number of important duties, one of which is the implementation of access control restriction, filtering traffic in order to considerations such as internet protocol addresses, port numbers, and protocol is the method that is utilized to achieve this goal. There are many different types of cyber attacks kasi that can be blocked with the assistance of firewalls. Now, some example of these attacks include malware infections, denial of service attacks, and unauthorized access. Firewalls are designed to prevent malicious communication and requests for unauthorized access from passing through. No? Additionally, firewalls have the power to provide network address translation technology, which enable multiple internal devices to share a single public IP address while concealing their individual IP address from external sources. And this technology is referred to as a NAT, na, yung ating network address translation. So to give us more details no, about the topic, let us all welcome our presenter. Go ahead.
Good evening, classmates. Good evening, Prof. So I will be presenting about security technology, intrusion detection and prevention system, and other security tools. So let us define first what is IDS. An intrusion detection system, or IDS, is a network security tool that monitors network traffic and devices for known malicious activity, suspicious activity, or security policy violations. Let us also define what is IPS. An intrusion prevention system, or IPS, monitors network traffic for potential threats and automatically blocks them by alerting the security team, terminating dangerous connections, removing malicious content, or triggering other security devices. So here are the detection methods of an IDPS. First is the signature-based detection. Examines network traffic in search of patterns that match known signature. Widely used because many attacks have clear and distinct signatures. Problem with this approach is that new attack patterns must continually be added to IDPS database of signature. Anomaly-based detection. Anomaly-based detection or behavior-based detection collects statistical summaries by observing traffic known to be normal. When measured activity is outside baseline parameters or clipping level, IDPS sends alert to administrator. IDPS can detect new type of attacks. Requires much more overhead and processing capacity than signature-based detection. It may generate many false positives. Last is the stateful protocol analysis. Process of comparing known normal or benign protocol profiles against observed traffic. Stores and uses relevant data detected in a session to identify intrusions involving multiple request responses. Allows IDPS to better detect specialized multi-session attacks, also called deep packet inspection. So here are the types of IDPS. So here first is the Network-Based Intrusion Prevention System, or the NIPS. Network-based intrusion prevention systems monitor entire networks or network segments for malicious traffic. This is usually done by analyzing protocol activity. If the protocol activity matches against a database of known attacks, the corresponding information isn't allowed to get through. NIPS are usually deployed at network boundaries behind firewalls, routers, and remote access servers. Wireless Intrusion Prevention System or WIPS. Wireless intrusion prevention systems monitor wireless networks by analyzing wireless networking specific protocols. While WIPS are valuable within the range of an organization's wireless network, these systems don't analyze higher network protocols such as transmission control protocol. Wireless intrusion prevention systems are deployed within the wireless network and in areas that are susceptible to unauthorized wireless networking. Network Behavior Analysis System or NBA. While NIPS analyzes deviations in protocol activity, network behavior analysis systems identify threats by checking for unusual traffic patterns. Such patterns are generally a result of policy violations, malware generated attacks, or distributed denial of service attacks. NBA systems are deployed in an organization's internal networks and at points where traffic flows between internal and external networks. Host-based intrusion prevention system or the HIPS. Host-based intrusion prevention systems differ from the rest in that they are deployed in a single host. These hosts are critical servers with important data or publicly accessible servers that can become gateways to internal systems. The HIPS monitors the traffic flowing in and out of that particular host by monitoring running processes, network activity, system logs, application activity, and configuration changes. So here are some basic functions of IDPS. First one, it guards technology infrastructure and sensitive data. No system can exist in a silo, particularly in the current era of data driven businesses. Data is constantly flowing through the network, so the easiest way to attack or gain access to a system is to hide within the actual data. The IDS part of the system is reactive, alerting security experts of such possible incidents. The IPS part of the system is proactive, allowing security teams to mitigate these attacks that may cause financial and reputational damage. Reviews existing user and security policies. Every security driven organization has its own set of user policies and access related policies for its applications and systems. These policies considerably reduce the attack surface by providing access to critical resources to only a few trusted user groups and systems. Continuous monitoring by intrusion detection and prevention systems ensures that administrators spot any holes in these policy frameworks right away. It also allows admin to tweak policies to test for maximum security and efficiency. Gathers information about network resources. An IDS, IPS, or an IDPS also gives the security team a bird's eye view of the traffic flowing through its networks. This helps them keep track of network resources, allowing them to modify a system in case of traffic overload or underusage of servers. Helps meet compliance regulations. All businesses, no matter the industry vertical, are being increasingly regulated to ensure consumer data privacy and security. Predominantly, the first step toward fulfilling these mandates is to deploy an intrusion detection and prevention system. So, here are some strengths and limitations of an IDPS. IDPS performs the following functions well: monitoring and analysis of system events and user behaviors, testing security states of systems configurations, baselining security state of the system and tracking changes, recognizing patterns of system events corresponding to known attacks, recognizing activity patterns that vary from normal activity, managing OS audit and logging mechanisms and data they generate, alerting appropriate staff when attacks are detected, measuring enforcement of security policies encoded in the analysis engine, providing default information and security policies. allowing non-security experts to perform important security monitoring functions. IDPS cannot perform the following functions: compensating for weak or missing security mechanisms in protection infrastructure, instantaneously detecting, reporting, responding to attack when there is heavy network or processing load, detecting new attacks or variants of existing attacks, effectively responding to attacks by sophisticated attackers, automatically investigating attacks without human intervention, resisting attacks intended to defeat or circumvent them, compensating for problems with fidelity of information sources, dealing effectively with switch networks. Here are some examples of security tools: firewall, antivirus and anti-malware software, data loss prevention systems or DLP, security information and event management systems. By combining the use of IDPS and other security tools, organization can create a robust and effective security strategy to protect their valuable assets. So, in conclusion, IDPS plays a crucial role in safeguarding information systems from unauthorized access and malicious activities. By continuously monitoring network traffic and system activities, IDPS can detect and prevent various types of attacks, such as unauthorized access, malware infections, and denial of service attacks. That is the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening and have a good evening.
Okay, so thank you so much. No, virtual private networks enhance user privacy and anonymity. No, and the virtual private network and firewalls are both essential for, as I mentioned. Okay. So, virtual private networks also guarantee that data is encrypted and kept on confidential from the very beginning to the very end. No? Implementing virtual private networks and firewalls in conjunction with other security tasks now and safeguard their essential asset from unauthorized access and data breaches. Okay, so I think that's it for this topic.